Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Welcome to the daily 1 hour political tarot readings. I am known as Autumn around here, and this is my little snoozy, adorable co-host, who is the Boo Boo Zen Kitty. Okay. Let's see here. If you have any questions, I usually spend the first 10 or 15 minutes where I go through and I look for anything in all caps in the chat. So if you have any questions, just make sure you put it in all caps in the chat. You don't have to put comments beneath the video in all caps. Sometimes I worry that you're mad at me if I read down to the comments. No, precious one. Precious one. Oh, he's a good boy. Good boy. This is my little positive energy generator here. So, let me think. What else? If I don't get your question, it's never anything personal, I promise. We have the best moderators anywhere on the internet. You guys have done an amazing job. There's Wondering Eyes, Kathy W. I mean, just right there. And there's also, Keisha and Noelle, and I mean, they're Linda, and they're just, we have the best moderators, and I'm so grateful. And also people here are pretty friendly, so that's good too. So this is a positive all around, which is kind of a miracle on YouTube. But here we are. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. 10% of all income that comes into the channel from any source goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. And that's an ongoing thing. It's built into the business. Well, small business. But anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get your questions. I'm going to put them they'll be in the first comment, pinned at the top. So if you're watching the replay, you can just go through and choose what things you're interested in and just hit the number, and you can go directly to that. So you can just pick and choose what you're interested in and get in, get out, get on with your day. And there may be some kitty cleaning. Anyway, all right, hello everybody. Let me scroll all the way to the top here and start getting your questions. Hello, sweetheart. Anything in all caps is what I'm looking for. Uncovering the News is asking, if Trump is arrested, what will he try to pull to stay out of prison? I am never 100%. I mean, this really is entertainment only. It's never what one person thinks. It's, just like in life in general, it's usually consensus, because different people pick up on different things. And you can call it body language, or just hit your own history with people, or you could call it reading on the collective, or you can call it whatever you'd like. But it's generally when the readers are getting a consensus on something, that's usually what happens. I've never gotten that he's going to jail, but let's have a look at that. Why not? Okay, scrolling down, looking for anything in all caps. Okay, why are some governors ignoring or covering up the high C-19 cases? Because they're trying to save their own jobs. It's that easy. They're trying to save their own. I'm reaching out for the energy, and all I'm feeling is selfishness. It's not like I'm not getting like, oh, they're being paid from overseas, or no. It's just straight up selfishness. Janice is asking, the virus is spreading and Trump is saying it's fading away. What will happen with this rally? I've read on the rally a lot recently, Janice, and I just keep getting the same thing there as well, which is, don't do it, don't go. Yes, people are going to get sick. Yes, people are getting sick. Don't do it. I get the same thing over and over. So I don't know that I have anything that I could add to it. It feels like the energy is the same, I think. Douglas is asking, when do you see a viable vaccine? I did a reading on that too very recently. You can just go back, have a look at the timestamps on videos. Uh, I wish I could tell you right off the top of my head which day it was. I'm sorry about that. But what I got, I was asking, sooner or later. I wasn't getting a sooner, which just stinks. I mean, my my mother has COPD, and I'm scared to death for her. And if we could get a working vaccine, I would sleep a lot easier at night. But, oh, I'm sorry about that. Sandra, what about Ivanka's emails? But her emails. Sure, Sandra, I'll have a look about that. But her emails. I'll look at the princess's emails. Cannot stand that woman. Not gonna lie. Then again, I don't get the answers to questions that, just based on what I want, because I've had plenty of readings here, if you're a regular viewer, plenty of readings where good things happen to rotten people. But let's see if, and her father and brothers, they will do anything to protect her. So, but we'll see what happens. Cappy's mom, was Tulsa selected for the rally to provoke a riot? I think that was Stephen, excuse me, I think there was, what I've read on this so far is, I think that was part of Stephen Miller's thinking. But, to do the most damage like that possible. Like, I got it very clearly. Matter of fact, I remember that reading. I did it, and I like put the cards down, and I just got hit, because I don't know, I'm lacking imagination on just how rotten people can be. And it's just staggering to me. Okay, sorry. Oh. Well, that wasn't good, but anyway, there, a little privacy. Oh wait, knock me down to the end. Hang on. Ivanka's email. Tulsa selected. Yeah, what I got was that was absolutely the case. That's exactly why it was chosen. But and it was set on Juneteenth and all this kind of stuff, and they moved it a day. Will Trump lose Mar-A-Lardo? Greg Scott is asking. I'll read on that again. I remember back in the day doing readings, and it felt like Eric or Ivanka walking through Mar-A-Lardo for the last time because it was being sold. But let's have a look at that. Okay. Priesteris is asking, did Kellyanne Conway have massive plastic surgery? Yes. I don't have to do a reading on that. Yes, she did. Very much so. She's had a lot of work done. Uncover's asking, will there be raids on Trump buildings? Oh, there's something I'd love to think about today. Are we just cleaning toes? Toes are fine. Legs are fine, toes are fine. That's fine. Okay. Cynthia is asking, what if anyone will happen to Roberts? I'm guessing if anything. What happened to Roberts for colluding with Republicans during the impasse hearings? Okay, Cynthia, I'm going to guess you mean, will anything happen to Roberts for not stepping in during the impeachment hearings? No. Nope. I've read on that before, and the energy feels the same. I have these supplements that I take, and I just knock the little that I have them set up for the day, and I just knock the container over, and I want to I've got to pick up a couple of these. So forgive me for I'm going off camera off camera like I'm already on off camera, but I'm going to step away for just a second. I want to make sure that the cats don't get curious. So it's just supplements, but still. of them. Yep. Okay. He's a good kitty. You are precious. You are absolutely precious. The daily live stream. No, I just, safety first. Safety first. Yes, we have to keep them safe. Good boy. Your tongue is sticking out. Yes, did you forget that your tongue is out? Did you forget that your tongue is out? Okay. Okay. Jean is asking, thank you for your question, Cynthia. Jean is asking, 2 SCOTUS strikes against Trump and Bolton's book. How's Trump's anger doing? Will he have to give up his DNA? Oh, Jean. Oh, let's have a look at that. Save. Okay, Viola saying, will Trump ever manage to get Barr to arrest journalists? Oh, gosh. Viola, let's ask that. Lots of Trump questions. Okay. Cynthia just says the word, impeachment. Yeah, I answered that. Okay, well, as best I can. Anything else? Hello, Boo-Boos and Kitty. Mary Trump's book. I read on that yesterday. Well, I read on if it was going to have an effect. Let's do a slightly longer reading on Mary Trump's book, because I'm following her on Twitter now, and she's tweeting a lot and what have you. But some of the stuff, it sounds like she's trolling him rather than giving facts, which I don't blame her for. But I mean, some of it's funny. But I wonder. I got very strongly that it's her book that's going to have the biggest impact between Bolton's book, Cohen's book, and Mary Trump's book. It's hers. Well, where are you going? Oh, that's going to have the biggest impact. So, all right. Well, let me pull out some cards here. Let's see what I'm in the mood for today. I'm in a Halloween deck kind of mood. It's June. It's almost, my favorite card in the deck. Actually, I can turn this on because the cat's not here. 6 of Pentacles, the card of generosity. My favorite card in the tarot deck in general, but especially this deck. I just love that. In fact, I think this is on the box. Okay, so I'm going to be reading Justice Roberts. What about him, Robin? What about him? All right. Breaking news. Douglas is saying Supreme Court rejects Trump's effort to end DACA. Yes. Absolutely. And it's we're talking about 700,000 people. So the chances of Trump bringing up another executive order on that is slim to none. He didn't want to do it in the first place. He dumped it off on Sessions. We just have to get through to January, end of January. Yes, thank you to the moderators. Thank you so much. And of course, yeah, with Bolton's book, it's all classified, but it's all lies. Oh, grief. Is President Xi going to help Trump with the 2020 election? That's a good question, Janice. Let me add that to the list here. All right, and then I'm just going to start in. All right. Thank you so much for the 46 likes. I do appreciate that. And I've got one down. Why bother? Why? It's like there's a handful of people that come by every day to give me thumbs down. So, okay. What will? All right, let me go down here. And, okay, push this back a little. Push this underneath here so you guys can see a little bit more of the greenery outside. And if I pull this way just a tiny bit, it might even be a little bit better. And I will read on if Trump is Okay, Robin, keep that keep that question in mind, because I want to start on the readings I've got here, and then we'll get to more questions when I run out here. Okay, we're at like 15:20, so I'll just say 16. Okay. Breaking, Florida added 3,207 new cases overnight, new record. Yeah, great idea. All right, the question is, let me see here. All right, so the question is, if Trump is arrested, what will he try to pull to get away with it? Okay, I'm going to cover you guys. I'm going to cover more questions after I get through the list I have. So, just so you know. If Trump is arrested, how extreme would he go to get out of it? Trying to reach out for that energy. Oh, definitely got his energy, because suddenly everything hurts, everything aches. Oh man. Oh, let's see here. What will Trump do to get out of it if he's arrested? All right, 8 of Wands. In this deck, I usually get imps or wands for Republicans. Yeah, you know why? I'll just leave it up to you. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I will leave it up to you as to why it's not Pentacles in this deck, but that is, a lot of people are, what this 8 of Imps in this deck is about, it's about a bunch of people who are in trouble or who are acting, but they can't quite get it together. They can't form a united front. And so they're like all trying to save themselves, and they're all, you know, if they actually work together and all pointed those arrows in the same direction, they might have some hope of something. But no, they're just, the energy's just scattered, and everybody, rats sinking ships, you know, everyone for themselves, every jerk for themselves. All right, 10 of Pentacles. Well, it's been, Trump has definitely had a little party for himself, but that's coming to an end. 10 of Pentacles, the big Trump Republican Party joyous celebration over the last 4 years, that's ending. The World card is the last major arcana. It is it's the end of a major cycle, a major thing in life. Center of the reading, Chariot, that is quick movement. Then we have the 9 of Bats, which is a whole lot of worry, and the 3 of Bats, these are wands, not wands, these are swords. 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. This is heartache, this is stress and heartache. In other words, there's not much he can do. He can try to run away, sort of, but, you know, he's got Secret Service protection for the rest of his life. Yeah. Stress and heartbreak, and probably some health problems, and a woe is me, you know, I'm so ill stuff. Yeah, he wouldn't actually be able to do much, is what I'm getting for that. Okay, and we're at almost 20. Will Trump lose Mar-A-Lardo? I heard there was a big Supreme Court ruling this morning, and let me tell you, I dropped what I was doing completely to get, to get in, be able to see the screen as fast as I possibly could. It's like, really? It wasn't about Trump. So it was like, oh, but it's still good. So, all right, I'll take it. That's good. It's just it's the Trump stuff. And don't forget that, ask other readers or check with other readers. But I personally, for the potential Supreme Court stuff that's going to come out against Trump, it's a mixed bag. We're not going to get everything we want, but there's going to be a chink in that armor. Steve is saying the Supreme Court decision definitely was a slap in the face of the Trump administration. Yes. Okay. I'm reaching out. Is Trump going to lose Mar-A-Lardo? Yes. Yep, matter of time. No ifs, just yes. It's like, okay. Let's see what the cards have to say, but that was a very strong answer. Whew. Oh, you can't stand Gates. Who can stand Gates? He's so awful. Again. Everybody trying to save themselves. Rats, sinking ships. Yep. Two of Swords, decisions. Four of Pentacles, Trump losing money. Moon, howling at the moon. Temperance, the Trump greed being tempered. And again, the World, end of a major cycle, chapter, this is, it's pretty straightforward. There aren't going to be people around to protect him. There aren't going to be there just isn't going to be all that support he's had so far. So eventually, his poor decisions and he's going to run out of money. There are going to be decisions about it. He's going to have money problems, howling at the moon, and tempering his greed and a major end. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself. It's very straightforward. Okay, we're at 23. 23. Oh, didn't that? Okay. What about Ivanka's emails? But what about her emails? Oh. But her emails. Yeah, and she was talking about her chief of staff. And this was a month before she was even hired. She was using personal emails for business stuff. And apparently, I noticed I think I've seen 2 of the emails were put on Twitter. And, she has a very tidy little, oh, sorry. I did not mean to kick that, I'm sorry. She has a very tidy email way of doing it, where it's dear name, and then each paragraph with no spaces between them, and then warmly, comma, Ivanka. Next email, dear so-and-so, over this thing that we talked about during the signing, and we should revisit that according to this. Warmly, comma, Ivanka. She's a polite, not complicit. The people, it's not co-conspirator, what's the word? People who worked with the Nazis. Can't think of the word. Butter emails. It's not complicit. It's collaborators. Thank you, Jess. Collaborator, Stephen. Thank you. Okay. So, but her emails. I'd have to start calling her that. Nobody's going to be able to watch the channel who isn't in on all the names, you know, between I like beer and but her emails. 6 of ghosts. Oh, yeah. There's a whole lot in the past. There's a whole lot in the past to be dredged back up. Waiting for Ivanka's book of email etiquette. I like that, Melissa. Yes. I'm sure it'll be it won't be remotely puff piece nothingness. I'm sure it will be as deep and insightful as the last book she put out, which was basically just a whole bunch of quotes and white space and yeah. All right, lovers. 2 of pumpkins. Yeah, I'm not going to go too deeply into this, but this has to do with how she got her job. 2 of the nepotism, but anyway, I'm not going into that. 2 of pumpkins, but Trump's power is eroding. That I keep getting this 2 of pumpkins, the sand just blowing away from underneath. Very unsteady energy. America's in the center and has very raised eyebrows. It's like, excuse you? But her emails, excuse you? 4 of ghosts and judgment. This isn't something new. We knew about this. But people are finally starting to pay a little bit more attention to it, which is nice. But there will be judgment, and that is Major Arcana, capital J, judgment. And that judgment, it's the 20, and the world is 21. So it's the second to last Major Arcana, so it will hurt her. Now, are they going to, is somebody going to bring charges? Is somebody going to bring charges? I just cut the deck, and it was the Tower and the 9 of pumpkins. The Tower and the Sitting Pretty card. Okay, are they going, somebody going to bring charges against Ivanka? I mean, even when she had her fashion brand, they literally just flat out stole designs. Just flat out stole design, barely even changed anything, just stole them. She's a con artist like her father. So I'm going to bring charges against her for the emails or for something else. But yeah, the emails would be nice. The insult to injury card. Yeah. After all of, after that clown was up there, lock her up and all this stuff, to really, I mean, even the cat's mad. When you've made the cat mad, that's not good. So, Hierophant, 4 of ghosts, justice, this is 4 of cups, justice, oh, right in the middle, the sun, page of ghosts, oh, this is the breathy, this isn't the queen of cups, this is the, oh, I'm just a poor little, bleached blonde Barbie doll who just gosh, I don't know. What is everybody so upset about? I would never have done anything wrong. And if I did, I mean, it's just, it's this makes me crazy. This fake, the breathy voice too. It is so fake. It is so fake. She got into government and she's been messing around. She shouldn't have doing stuff she shouldn't have. And again, people should have been paying attention, and now they're finally sort of paying attention. Right in the middle, we've got capital J, justice, and everything coming to light. All of the things she did wrong, justice. And then her defense is, I'm just a beautiful, poor little kitten. Yeah. Tell me more about this. I don't care about her defense. I really don't. I mean, it sounds mean. And I'm usually very, I'd like to think I'm usually a nice person. But these people have damaged so much. Hello, dear. Yes, there's a good kitty. There's a good kitty. And they took money, charity money. They took in charity money and spent it on themselves. Money that should have been going to literally like children who have cancer. And they spent the money on themselves. And they've been blocked from being any kind of part of a charity for at least 10 years. That is a level of slime. I regularly give money to charity. It's part of my business. I mean, I don't get any tax break from it because I don't itemize my taxes. But I still do it. And I would never sit here and say, oh yeah, I do this, and then just like go spend the money on a, I certainly couldn't afford a Birkin bag, but on something just for me. That's appalling. That's appalling. But she does it. Tell me more about the justice and the son. I don't care what her defense is. Don't care. And those sweethearts. Queen of Ghosts. That's Queen of Cups. That's who she actually is. That's who she comes up as. Which is just appalling to me because that's the card I come up as too. Ugh. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Strength. She's stronger than she makes out. She's a mafia princess, seriously. 4 of Ghosts again, and 7 of Wands. She's strong. This is the kind of the party coming to an end, moving on. It's going to take a little while till they get around to Ivanka's emails, but by that point, she's going to have various men protecting her. Various Republican men protecting her. Oh, Moonstone Vision. I like a good pun. Twain is Stephen's thigh-high petty boots. Oh, uncover the news. Breaking news, Facebook removes Trump ad for violating policy against organized hate. Really? They were able to do that against robot Zuckerberg's wishes? Really? I'm so mean today. By the way, happy Mercury in retrograde, or as a friend of a friend calls it, Mercury in Gatorade. Are Ivanka and Jared going to divorce Revolution Ricky? I've picked up. I didn't really ask. I don't think. Did I? May have. I've read on that over time, and yeah, she's going to remarry someday. But sweetheart, she's going to remarry someday. It's going to be a much smaller wedding. Of course, she'll find some poor sucker who has huge amounts of money, but it's going to be a much smaller deal than what she's used to, or what she was used to. So, all right. 35. Will there be raids on the Trump buildings? All right, 35. Let's do 3530. He's a good kitty. Okay. Will there be a fourth Mrs. Trump Sr.? Actually, I gotta know. I think. I'm curious. That's a good question. Okay. Married to keep out of jail. Should have another. Well, anyway, I won't go into that. Okay. Will there be Trump raids on Trump buildings? Boo was much happier with today's readings. Boo Boo Kitty is adorable. I was sitting like this earlier, just with my hand, just so. And he was like sleeping against my hand, like where it is. And he had his head tilted back. And he had like one paw like hanging off. It was adorable. You're so good. The positive energy coming off of him is so amazing. Yes, you. Oh, big yawn. He really is just a little positive energy generator. You are just the best. You and the good pumpkin are just the best. Just the best. He is happier today. Okay. Raids on Trump's buildings. It's actually more like 7. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. I heard somebody tweet, isn't it like a law that anytime a cat or a dog stretches, you have to go, oh, big stretch. And I remember laughing at that. It's like, I do that. I think a lot of people do that. Not everybody. It's not a law, of course, but oh, he's a good kitten. He's a good boo-boo. Yes, he is. Deborah, do you think Ivanka will stab her dad, brother's Jared to save herself? She won't have to. She won't have to. They will. It feels, especially for some reason, her brother, Junior, would take the fall for her. Downward dog. That's adorable. Okay. Potential rating of Trump's buildings. Should we just go buy some Orville Redenbacher popcorn in bulk? Melissa's saying Zuckerberg, is he human? It's up for debate. King of Swords. Oh, ho, ho. That's the card I used to get for Mueller. Oh. 2 of Pentacles. Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Now this is interesting. What did you see, sweetheart? What did you see? What did you see? That first card is Trump's power, or his base of power going away from him. And the second card there, the Hermit, is how Barr has protected him. Barr has been creating these noxious smoke screens and, chloroform and whatever else to keep him safe. But that Wheel of Fortune is turning and Trump's about to fall off. And this 10 of Cups, that is the rise of Democratic power, and I've been getting this for a while now. This Democrats really taking control of the government. Hello, sweetie. Hello, good boy. I'm sorry, is the light bothering you? Here, let me turn that off. Is that okay? You're adorable. But this 8 of Cups. Well, yeah, it is. This is my witness card. Witness is coming in and leaving disturbing evidence and then going. witnesses coming in, leaving disturbing evidence, and going. So are there going to be actual confiscations, raids on Trump properties? Money laundering can net you a whole lot of money until you get caught. And the sheer extent of their real estate holdings is actually huge. Let me see if there's any more information on possible raids. All right, Six of Swords. Okay, they have to go. All right. Six of Cups, King of Cups. That means this is democratic power. Page of Swords, that's spies. Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. It's like a party going on that's broken up because information is leaked. I think because the holdings are so vast, they are over so many countries, and that they would have to organize to do a whole lot of things at the same time. Because it feels like a big party, like a soiree, being broken up. But this is after Democrats are in power, and yeah, it's down the road. Unfortunately, there's so much to do when the new administration gets in. There's so much to do. It's just crazy. All right, 40, is that 42? 42 and a half. Well, all right, let's start with 40 to 45. Will Trump have to give up his DNA? Will Trump have to give up his DNA? Good kitty. You are precious. You are precious. Yes, you are. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Will Trump have to give up his DNA? Ace of Swords. That's the card, I don't know if you can see it, that's the card I get for, it's the Sword of Truth. But it's the Sword of Truth, it's also, I get swords for investigators. Strength, the Six of Wands, Eight of Cups. That feels like a really awful court case to sit through. I believe we're talking about Jean E. Carroll. Is that her name? With a lot of support for the victim. Knight of Ghosts. Trump's base has had so much support, so the Six of Imps, the Republicans were protecting him and keeping everything quiet and on and on. But that's a really upsetting court case, and I'm getting the case going forward, and I'm getting her getting a whole lot of support. I don't know about the I'm not sure about the DNA in particular. Okay, Next question. 45. Uh, 45, 30. Okay, it's let's read on Trump's. Okay, let's read on Trump's anger about the SCOTUS, Supreme Court. For anyone outside of the country who might be unfamiliar with the term, because it really was only picked up within the last decade, I think. SCOTUS stands for Supreme Court of the United States. Same way you get POTUS, which is President of the United States, or FLOTUS, which is First Lady of the United States. People just got sick of saying the whole thing. So SCOTUS has now ruled twice against a super far right agenda, and the groups who got like Kavanaugh into place, they're like mad at him that he didn't do more. It was Kavanaugh or Gorsuch, I forget, or probably both. But they're saying we spent $10 million to get him onto the Supreme Court. It's like, really? Ugh. Well, that sounds awful. But Trump is not a happy camper. So is he just going to rant and rail, and is he just going to get angrier because more rulings are going to come down that he doesn't like? I mean, it's not like he can take somebody off the court. How mad is Trump? What's he going to do? What's going to happen with his Supreme Court, with the Supreme Court rulings that are coming out? Good kitty. 6 of Pentacles. This is the generosity card. This is the card of giving a little. Mixed bag. But definitely giving us bits and pieces. Bits at a time. So, Sun, Queen of Cups, 9 of Wands, Strength, 4 of Wands. Well, the center is the Republicans who are still, they've formed a wall to protect Trump. And they're trying to lure voters and people into believing their cause, kind of thing. So the Republicans are just going to, especially the far-right Republicans, are just going to do what they do. And it feels like on the right, they're still feeling pretty strong, and they're still going to stand by Trump. They will get some things in the same way this, remember, because it started with this. The generosity card, little bits. We're going to get a mixed bag out of SCOTUS. But you'll notice that you've got the center, and then you've got on the right, even politically on the right, and then on the left you have the Sun and the Queen of Cups, and I get Cups for Democrats. So the Sun, so we are definitely making out well as well from what the Supreme Court is going to do. And that's really what this isn't even talking to me about Trump. I mean, I've got the next card on the deck is the Hierophant, which is just government. So I'm not getting Trump specifically. It's just Republicans are going to be happy. They're going to keep protecting Trump. Democrats are going to be happy. And each side's going to get a mixed bag. But what about Trump? Oh, he's been abandoned. There are people on the far right who, they're done with him. I would have thought. I would have thought they'd stick with him just because, if he's their best chance of keeping Republicans in office. But they're like, he's not the best chance. He's hurting us. There are some influential people with money on the right who are just done with Trump. So what's Trump going to do? Seven of Pentacles. He's still going to say that he has gotten all of these conservatives in the courts, even though it's really McConnell who's behind that, or who's actually making that happen. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups, Two of Swords, Lovers. He's moved on. He kind of sees the mixed bag that's going on, and it's not. He'll try to spin it for his own whatever he likes, but he's busy. He's got the Twitter on. His little what is it? His little fists of fury going on Twitter. So thumbs of fury going on Twitter, and he's on to the next thing, and he's on to the next thing, and he's on to the next thing, and this is this Queen of Bats is like Zuckerberg's taking down one pathetic ad. Oof. But this is just the companies looking more closely at what Trump is doing. Big deal. About time. Oh yeah, I saw that he said he made Juneteenth popular. Dear Lord. Yeah, his little thumbs of fury. He's on to the next thing. He wants to go to the rally. He really wants to go to the rally. He wants to. He sees the mixed bag, but he also just wants to be among his people. This is the rally. He gets such an adrenaline and endorphin rush from being up there and just, yeah, and I read on this coming rally yesterday, day before, where it was just like, oh, is he going to put his foot in his mouth? Whew. It's his rally and he'll cry if he wants to. I'm sorry, that went by very quickly. I can't give you credit for that line, but it's fantastic. All right. We are at 53, just after 53. What's next? Oh gosh, yeah, okay. 53:30. Okay, will Trump ever manage to get Barr to arrest journalists? Nobody knew about it before him. Oh, of course not. Of course not. You know, I'm waiting for him to come out and say that he wrote Martin Luther King's speeches or something. I mean, nobody knew about him until I said something, you know. I mean, he just comes up with garbage, just lies. So, will Trump get Barr to start arresting journalists? Arresting journalists. But there's the rub, because that makes the journalists mad. And when the journalists get mad and they have an outside threat and they start working together, what do they fill up? Media. He's all about the media. Oh, justice. Oh, that's not a good card to get for this reading because Barr is all about perverting justice. Devil. Actually, Trump has mentioned executing them. Ace of Pentacles. Money. Death card in the center. Three of Swords, heartache, and Six of Wands. Well, whatever Trump decides to do, the Republicans are going to support him. But he's not going to get very far. This Three of Bats is heartache. And there is an expression that my very, very good friend, Sarah, explained to me. She's from the South. She has this fantastic Southern accent. I love it. Where it includes a term I will not use here. I will use the letters in reference to it because it's an extremely rude word. All right, so I'll just use the first two letters of the words. All right. It's an expression. The expression is go camp out in the I wish a M and then the letter F woods. The camp out in the basically I wish they would. I wish they woods and camping out there. It's like, oh, just try it. Oh, just try it. And that's what this is. It's really, it would be a boon. This is the major arcana, ace right there. The Republicans would try to protect him, but it would not end well for him because they would, first of all, he would lose in the courts, and they would come down on him like, whew, they would make, newspapers would be resurrected from the dead. People would throw so much money at them, and yeah. They wish he would. They wish he'd try. Go ahead and try. Go ahead. So anyway, I hope that didn't offend you. I do not, this is meant to be a very G-rated channel. So I did not mean to offend anybody, it's just that's the expression. So, I was deeply offended. Ha. Okay. All right, next. 59. Is President Xi going to help Trump? Okay, we are at 59. Is President Xi going to help Trump win the election? I've read on this sort of before, and all right, President Xi, gonna help the Orange Fuhrer, the cheetah buffoon. She just thinks Trump is just a pathetic clown. You know, I don't like Xi. He's not a nice person. He's not a good person. I'm sorry. He just isn't. And thank God he's not president of our country, because he's awful. And yeah, build your concentration camps. Go ahead. Yeah, he's vile, but he's shrewd and he's smart. He's not smart like Obama. I mean, Obama is like smart, sharp. Obama is sharp as a tack. He is fantastic, and he has a conscience, and he wouldn't build concentration camps, and he wouldn't rip families apart like that. But Xi is shrewd, and he's miles smarter than Trump is. So, you're going to help the orange buffoon get back into power? Xi is very proud of the long history of China, and taking a relatively long view, especially of his own power, since he's in for life now. And American presidents are a blip. Ace of Wands. Okay. That's taking action. That's the card for the reading. So is he going to take action or not? He's trying not to sleep. I don't know if you can tell, but he's just drifting just a little. Just holding my head up, just barely. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Oh, Pelosi's very much like, oh, try it. Bring it on. Seven of Wands, Death card, Lover's card. Yeah, no. Trump's not going to get in, and Xi is not going to help him. Nope. Page of Wands, this is the messenger. Messages about this getting back to the Democratic Party, especially Pelosi, who's basically the most powerful Democrat there is right now. She's, Biden will probably become president, hopefully, fingers crossed. But right now, she's the most powerful Democrat. She's the head of the party. This feels like Republicans have, in the room where it happened, they've seen a lot, and they mostly protect him. They mostly protect Trump. Other countries, not so much. These are Republicans, and they're pretty much the only help that Trump gets. But in the future, will Xi help Trump? No. This is the death of the death of the love. Let's put it that way. Yeah. No. Nope. Nope. Not even a little. Okay. So we're at 63. Oh my gosh. I actually get through the list today, and then I am just getting really tired. Sorry to say. Okay, so Mary Trump's book, because her Twitter account is concerning me. She said that his on her Twitter feed. See, I can't tell when she's joking and when she's not. She said that his run to the emergency run to the hospital was because he can't control his, she said, he can't control his bowels. And that so he is spouting excrement from both sides. See, it's like, okay, I think it's a joke, but then it was something else about something else crude that was related, and it was like, And she said something about him having dementia, but then it was, it was like, is this real? Is that Mary Trump account a parody account? Well, it's been there for a while. It's been there since during the impeachment hearings. And I don't have reason to think that it's a parody account, but maybe it is. I don't know. But let's read on the book itself. Oh, it is a parody account. And the actual Trump account hasn't been used in months. Well, good. Good. All right. Well, that makes me feel a bit better. because the book needs to be hard-hitting. It is a parody account. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that. So the actual, Mary Trump's actual book. I've seen a picture of the cover. At least I think I have. It's a picture of Donald from his days in the military academy. Hello, Linda. It is a parody account, okay. But, okay, the actual book. Is it Too Much and Never Enough or something like that? Title? There's definitely tea there. There's like, if you want help from President Xi, we're going to need to buy all the tea in China, as the old expression used to be, to cover the diarrhea. See, Dave, I'm blaming you. I looked up and I read your quote. No, that was me. That was me misspeaking. I am so sorry. I did not mean to use that. I did not mean to say that word. Oh, gosh. Dave. No, this is my own fault. Yeah, buy all of the tea in China for all the tea that's going to come out. For the tea that's going to come out, we're going to have to be buying all the tea in China. Six of Pentacles. She's already given a little, and she's going to keep. I think bits are going to come out before the book is released. Over time. Oh, yeah, Toyna. Oh, do build your concentration camp. I built mine at the border. Exactly. All right, 8 of Imps, Page of Cups. I got 2 cards for the center. It's Mary Trump's book. Decisions, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so she's got tea from way back. Way back. I've got 2 pages right here. Those are the youngins. And then how he became corrupt, a devil. And Knight of Swords. This is him trying to get the book blocked from coming out, because this is people trying to discredit it and her now. This is the legal stuff trying to get her to stop. But that's bookending this. But she has made the decision, two of Swords, this is Page of Ghosts, Page of Pentacles. In this deck I often get Imps for Republicans, but traditionally I get Pentacles for Republicans and Cups for Democrats. And it's like growing up politically, we know Trump wasn't a Republican. He wasn't, and this whole back and forth. But she's got tea from way back. She's made the decision to bring it out, and then it's like laying the foundation of what happened, and then wham! I mean, just bringing the scalding hot tea about the bad things that Trump did, the way her family, the way that he's been so selfish. All right, so are the Trumps going to have any? Are they going to have any luck blocking this book? Because you can't say any of its national secrets. You can't. Clotho's saying, I wouldn't want my own niece to write a book about me, and I haven't even done anything bad. I can imagine how worried Trump has to be. Yeah. I hear you there. All right, oh no. They're not going to have any luck. It feels like I should stop there for a second. This is that Six of Pentacles again, her giving out bits and more bits and more bits and more bits. But no, it's full steam ahead. That's the Chariot. Sorry if it's a little dark. Will they have any luck stopping her? Nope. Big old tower card. Turn this light on since he's not facing it. Yeah, big old tower card. Yeah. Not much luck. No. Really no luck at all. All right, and I'm going to leave it there. Because it's 1:15. All right, but we're waiting for the day. I hope that you guys have a good day. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, the moderators. Oh my gosh, you guys are so great, and you've helped so much. Dave says my niece would tell all my jokes. Oh, that could be bad, good, not sure. So thank you. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you to the Troll Slayers. Thank you to my co-host, the Precious. And I will be back here tomorrow, and I'll answer more of your questions. And then tomorrow or Saturday, I'm going to talk more about this whole eclipse thing, which is, of course, happening on the summer solstice, and yeah, beginning of Cancer season and all this kind of stuff. So, whew. But today, again, remember for the next 3 weeks, we're in Mercury retrograde. So if things are, if communications are clunky, and technology is being difficult, it's just be like, oh, okay, this too shall pass. Okay, you guys hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, all right, bye-bye.